Welcome back to a bit of Raw Talk. Today I'm going to be discussing the UFC Fight Night in Brazil, headlined by Marlon Moraes and Rafael Assunção. Now, if you're looking at this card, the main card to me looks really good. You have a mix of the well-experienced guys and the new fighters coming through. Um, Speaking of the new guys, you have a guy called Johnny Walker. He's a Brazilian kid. I believe he used to train in England or lived in England. So he's a Brazilian going by the name of Johnny Walker. Um, I watched him fight in the Argentina fight card a few months ago, and he really impressed me. Um, he's tall, rangy, very powerful, and he has really good striking. So I believe in a couple of years' time, this guy could be a real force at light heavyweight. So keep an eye out for him. You have also Damian Maia coming back as well. He's not the easiest of fights for him to come back to, but um, I expect him to come back and get the W in his home country. Now, the co-main event and the main event is what I'm really excited about. You have in the co-main event Jose Aldo versus Renato Moicano. Big fight for the featherweight division. It sort of reminds me of the Mendes versus Volkanovski fight a couple of months ago because it's the old guard versus the new guys coming through. um, I like both of these fighters as well. I like their styles, and I think it should be a great fight. Jose Aldo, arguably the best fighter pound for pound of all time. Yes, he has lost recently to Conor McGregor and back-to-back losses to Max Holloway, and people were easy quick to write him off. But if you look at the guy's resume, he was the UFC or the featherweight champion for 10 years straight, and never mind the accolades, but look at his skill set. He's good at wrestling, good at grappling. His striking's phenomenal. Jiu-jitsu is incredible. So he's an incredible fighter, and people should not count him out. I mean, look what he did to Stevens in his last fight. He absolutely destroyed him. Um, However, he's saying that this will be uh, his final year of fighting. He's done with it. 3 more fights and it's over. So when fighters begin to talk about retiring, I always question their ability to win matches because I don't think they're mentally there. Um, and in addition to that, actually, Jose Aldo said no to a 5 round fight. This was actually meant to be the main event of the card, but Jose Aldo said, "Look, I just want to fight 3 rounds. I don't want to fight 5 rounds." So to me, that kind of shows that I don't know if he's fully into it. Moicano on the other side has been great in the UFC, and he's really impressed me. He only has 1 loss, and that's to Brian Ortega. And if you watch that fight, he actually was winning that fight. Ortega just caught him with a triangle, and he just got caught. But if you look at the fight, he was lighting up Ortega on the feet, and he's sort of like a younger version of Aldo. He's very complete. He's good at everything. He's a bit taller, a bit rangier than Jose Aldo, and but like I said, his striking is really great, and his jiu-jitsu is phenomenal as well. I think this will be a close fight. I expect Aldo to come out fast and aggressive, uh, but I do think Moicano will sort of try and put the tempo down. Slow the fight down, use his range, use his jab, and I think that Moicano will get this one done. I just think he's a little bit hungrier to. He's fighting for chance at the title, and I love Aldo. I love Moicano as well, and I'm really interested in this fight. But my mind says that Moicano will win via decision. And then up next in the main event is Moraes versus Assunção. And I can't wait for this fight. I think this is the best fight at bantamweight that doesn't include TJ Dillashaw. So these guys fought before, and Assunção won by split decision. But since then, Assunção has won 2 more fights against opponents you'd expect him to beat, really. And he's looked good, but he's on the older side of bantamweight. He's 36 now. This is his final sort of hurrah at a title shot, in my opinion. Moraes, on the other hand, fought 3 times since their last fight, and he beat 3 very tough guys, with respectable records. He dismantled Sterling with a knee KO, and then he got rid of Jimmy Rivera in 30 seconds, and the build up for that fight was epic, and you could see that there was emotions running high, and he just had the cool nerves to just kick him in the head and knock him out in 30 seconds, which is very impressive. And I like both of these guys. I hope the winner gets TJ. However, it would need to be a crazy fight with an amazing finish in order to get the title shot, because I believe Cejudo is he's dead set for the next title shot at bantamweight, which is fine. But I feel bad for these guys. I think they've been waiting for a while now. Saying all that, I do think that Moraes will win this one. I think it's his time. The momentum's with him. The guys he's beaten since the last fight against Assunção are very tough guys, and the training camp that he's from, sparring with guys like Edson Barboza, Eddie Alvarez, Frankie Edgar. I mean, this guy's very, very good, and I expect it to be a close fight, very technical fight, but I do believe that Moraes will get the win via TKO in the later round, sort of around 3rd, 4th, maybe even 5th round. So that's all for this fight card. I'm really excited to see it. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you next time.